subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Consider becoming a member for as little as $5 a month. We appreciate that. And Austin, I mean, you probably don't need this now that you're a big star, but where can people find you, buddy?
I am on Instagram and everything at Austin Ingels Comedy, YouTube, Austin Ingels Comedy. And Ingels is INGELS, Electra. Thank you for doing your homework. I appreciate that.
So I got it right. I got it right.
Yes.
I had to check twice. By the way, you're not
Austin, this is like when Billy Bob Thornton did that Canadian radio station. Austin Ingels is going to walk off because we didn't do our prep.
No, I'm just, hey, if you spell it wrong, you can't find me, you know?
That is true, yeah. INGELS. Go find Austin Ingels. Follow him everywhere.
Appreciate that, guys.
What'd you say, Casey?
I said I spelled it right.
Okay.
It was hard to find. I found him on Facebook. I know he came back for that, but I did. INGLSPS.
I just changed it to Austin Ingels Comedy on Instagram. It was something stupid before, and I realized that trying to get followers down here when they ask for your Instagram and it's something dumb, it's not a good idea.
By the way, speaking of Austin, did you see my girl Lauren Compton is pregnant?
Congratulations, Mike.
Yeah,
people right after you saw her. Hey-o.
People doing the math, for people doing the math, the episode came out 4 months ago, and she is 4 months pregnant.
Exactly.
I was there 2 months ago. That's not how pregnancy works. Right?
Gonna have to explain it to do it when we get those DNA tests. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we all know it was not Pauly Shore.
It didn't. No, it didn't seem like the. I mean, unless he was negging her, that could have been.
Maybe it was the guy with tattoos that likes the transsexual women. I saw him on there. He was all touchy on her. So maybe it was him.
I think she got her way into that Terry Black's money, which is a good call on her part. Terry Black's is tremendous, so her child will be an heir to the throne. I think.
I don't see her walking around Austin a lot. You see a lot of comedians and everything else, but I haven't seen her yet.
So she has a black
taking
child.
digs, not a real comedian.
That's
my girl, Austin. You shut your mouth.
That wasn't taking a dig. Hey, she could say jump, and I'd say how high.
Matt Rife likes him. He can say whatever he wants now.
Oh, nice.
Well, we'll get to that. But real quick, HackRideTheDemon.com as well. What's going on with Unboxing Eric?
Yeah, we got one that didn't get taken down by Sirius. Thank you so much, Sirius, for leaving us alone for 1 week. We got two that still may take the channel down. Fingers crossed. And tonight, after this, you can see us on Catch 22 with DJ Electra.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
I appreciate. Electra told me that she has a friend that asked what it's like to work with Blind Mike, which is very bizarre that a human being would ask that. So I appreciate Electra spreading the good word.
Yeah, she's like Jonas Salk out there.
Oh, she's the best.
Yes,
that's what she's here for.
Yes, contractually, we have to say that.
All right. Does Craig have it? Before we move on, does Craig have anything to promote? Remember, our audience is all 18 plus.
New episode of Rubbed Out coming out tomorrow morning.
Is it really?
Yeah. If you're listening live,
it's like a lunar eclipse.
I know. Everything's aligning.
Oh my God.
I shut the Patreon down. Shows start coming out. You know what I mean?
All right, so go check everyone out. Now let's get into the nitty gritty here. Yeah, so I messaged Austin. Well, actually, David Collins messaged me, and he's like, "You're gonna want to know this. Austin Ingels is on Kill Tony. The episode is coming out soon. Keep an eye out." So just know,
thank
Austin,
you, David.
Your dad is out there making sure that we all have our cameras out for you.
He's more like my uncle, David. You know?
What's David Collins been up to? I haven't heard from him much. I invited him on for this. He declined.
Oh, did he really?
Can I tell you what troubled me a little bit?
Yes, I'd love to hear that.
He messaged me about something over the weekend. I said, "Hey, Austin's coming on. If you want to come on." He said, "I can't. I just did WATP."
Uh-oh.
No.
I think we've lost him.
I think so.
I think he thinks he's a big star.
big time
Austin just did Kill Tony for fun, the biggest podcast in the world. He's on here.
David's being a big timer. Uh-oh.
I was worried about it with David. I think he's getting a big head, so I do worry about that.
Either David is big timing us, or Austin's realizing he shouldn't be here. One of the two.
Well, you got it when you have Jerry kind of pumping your tires. I think
That's
that's
true.
Yeah.
Austin doesn't have a Jerry, you know.
That's true.
I don't have a Jerry. Jerry's getting a real big head on him. I think it's
Yeah.
Jerry that's pumping, like you said. It's getting Jerry that's.
I have a Jerry.
Shut up. Just shut your fucking mouth.
Thanks for coming on, Craig.
Just go away.
That was going to be aimed at me, and now you're
Your
just
day
like,
off, isn't it?
Thanks, Gregors.
I have to go live after the debate tonight. I got a long day.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this is the third show I'm doing today, so I'm tired.
How many shows is for you, Austin, today?
It's number one for me, dog.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into
Hey,
it. So Austin,
I did 3 mics last night. How many did you do? Huh? What's up? We're
enough
gonna
with this
start pointing fingers.
enough with this
All right,
pissing
all right.
contest, gentlemen.
Hey, sorry. Hey,
Just
we got
tell
up
me
on the
how
ball
long
club.
it is. Let's get to the end. Tell me how long.
Austin has moved to Austin. He's tearing up the open mic scene down there. And then I get alerted to the fact that he was on Kill Tony. So we want to break that down a little bit. But I wanted you on mainly, Austin, because I'm curious the behind the scenes angle. To walk us through it. Tell me what it's like.
Okay. So I work across the street at Maggie Mae's,
Right.
right across the street from the Comedy Mothership. So I had just done like a 10-minute set there, and I walk off stage, and I hear, because you can see when the guy pulls people, he runs over to Poor Choices, which is across the street from both Maggie Mae's and Comedy Mothership.
Right.
So I watched the guy run over. I ran over there, and they called Ben, the first guy that got pulled. So I walked back over to Maggie Mae's, and less than 5 minutes, the guy comes running back, and I didn't see him run back, but I just look over, and there's a sea of comics like, get over here, get it. So I had to sprint over there, because I wasn't at Poor Choices where they pull the people's names at, so I had to run over there from Maggie's. So
is that just like you had a set already, and you're like, fucking odds are I'm not going to get pulled. Might as well head over.
yeah,
and do it.
I was like second, because we do shows every night at Maggie's, so I was like second on the show. So I had just done my 10-minute set, so this was like probably 8:30. So the show Kill Tony, usually they pull the first person right at 8:30.
Yeah.
So like I said, I watched the first pull happen. So I walked back over there, went inside to Maggie's, and then came back outside because I was technically at work. So I was at the door. So I'm standing at the door, and that's when I saw all the comics like, get the fuck over here. Like,
That's
it was
interesting that you
nuts.
have literally noted, because in my mind, I always assumed they actually pulled them all before, or like 15 minutes before or something like.
Right.
I didn't realize it was literally that little note. So you just run right on stage when you
The
realize.
the guy runs over, and you have like 10 seconds once they call your name, this dude, and like everybody, it kind of sucks because all the 200 comics that are sitting there waiting, all like form around the door. So even if you're around that area, you got to like shuffle through a shit ton of comics. But luckily, when I ran over, I was on the street, and the guy was walking out because someone told him I was at Maggie's. So he just,
I always think of this as a blind man. This is my part of the reason I've never really gotten into actually doing stand up is like a fear of this. How
Yeah.
difficult do you think it would be for me? Like, what's the process from outside to on
You'd-
stage?
see, there's a couple corners that like not all the comics sit at.
Right.
So you'd be good. You could sit like right on the same corner as the Comedy
Tyus-
Mothership, just at the
Tyus-
end.
Tie a string to the mic. We'll just tie the other end. And just follow it off.
We could
like you're
develop
lost in the woods.
we could develop a system. Like I did have me and my buddy going through the airport this weekend. I put my cane on his rolling bag as he guided me. I was a human dolly.
Yeah, I think there's been a couple blind people that have been there, and there's like two.
There's
or
one in the
three,
band too.
Like D Madness. There's like a staple. There's a staple of this, like 2 or 3 people in wheelchairs that just hang out. So it's obviously handicap accessible. And
Mike,
after you get pulled,
I don't know, man. I think I'd be so worried they're just going to take you to a closet with a tape player playing an audience, and they just, we got him. We got another blind guy. Put another stamp on the wall. Like,
Boy, the energy in here is great.
I love hearing about all you guys standing on corners. This is awesome.
yeah. Oh, there's a lot. If you've watched my Austin and Austin shameless plug on my YouTube page, you'll see that I like my first few weeks there, I got it, and there's a ton of comics that just stand around. There's 250
Ladies.
signups, you know.
Ladies looking for
Ladies.
men
There-
in the Austin
there's a-
area.
There's a
Total
lot more
losers.
ladies at the Kill Tony sign up than there are at the open mics. I will
Really?
say that. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
So when
Yeah.
you get in there, is it you just run right on stage? Do they tell
You,
you anything? Is there any
You
conversation?
go in the back of the mothership and they empty all your pockets out, put your stuff in like a bucket.
That was an aspect I
essentially.
did not even think of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Like they ain't gonna have a
No
crazy
dime
comic
bag
come in here
Darryls.
with a gun. Yeah.
They strip search
'Cause-
you.
Because they have a cop right there too. Like
Joe Rogan ain't
besides
fucking
the-
around. Jesus Christ.
besides the security. So yeah, you go up in the back of the mothership and then you're literally right behind this. You're behind that curtain. You're backstage.
Okay.
And yeah, you just sit there and wait. And I got there when Ben started rapping.
Yeah. So
I'll
did you
wait
know?
till we get
Did you
into
know
it.
this guy, Ben? 'Cause
Yeah,
You
oh, yeah.
you reference him, but
Yeah.
are you like friendly with him?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we do mics probably. Not only do we do open mics, you know, a couple times a week together, but he's on Maggie's where I work, so at least once a week we're on a showcase together. So
That is, it didn't even dawn on me right now. Really, I didn't realize what a tough thing that would be to follow. So if you didn't watch the full episode, this guy Ben that goes on right before Austin says he
raps.
can rap. So they let him rap, and he crushed. He actually
It's
did.
dude.
very
When
well.
when the crowd goes berserk, I could feel that energy behind the stage. Like, and I said to myself, I have to address this because like I'm nervous as shit. And yeah, I'm like I have to address that.
Do you
situation that
feel
just happened.
that's very interesting because I would think the same thing.
Yeah.
Now that you've done it, given that it's a minute, do you feel
I wouldn't have
you should have?
addressed. No, Monday morning quarterback. That's my only regret is addressing him because I feel like that made Tony not like me. I mean, we can see from the set and interview.
Well, let's
not
play the
interested.
clip first. We're gonna make
Yeah.
you watch your set, Austin. Sorry about this.
Yeah. No,
I will say this. Can we say this before we start it?
ahead.
I've watched my set dozens of times. I love my set. Proud of
Yep.
that. I got laughs and shit. I didn't bomb.
Okay.
But yeah, the interview. This is only my like fourth time watching it. I can't fucking stand to watch it. So this is gonna.
Well,
suck
we'll show
ass.
you some of that too. But
Yeah.
Deep breaths, Austin.
Go ahead.
Deep
hey,
breaths.
we're here. I'm here.
all right, so let's.
Here,
let's
it's part
see
of the
Austin's
process.
set.
We are live, and your next comedian getting the opportunity of a lifetime goes by the name of Austin Ingels, everybody. Austin Ingels.
It is. Hold on, real
Here we
quick.
go.
It is weird because I wish David didn't tell me you were on it because I was kind of just like around, just walking around my house or doing whatever, and I hear
Mhm.
Tony go Austin Ingels, and I'm like, wait a second, I know that name. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, a couple of my friends back home didn't know I was on, and they got the surprise like that. So that would have.
Kill Tony has gotten to a point because now, like, I have friends that watch or listen to a bunch of podcasts, and so they'll bring up stuff to me. But now I have people that have no interest really in like the stand-up world, at least not like the deep like comedy or podcast stuff. That'll be
Mhm.
like, hey, did you see Gillis and Adam Ray do Trump and Biden on Kill Tony, or did you see Kill Tony at Madison Square Garden? Like, Kill Tony has crossed over into it's not just comedy fans anymore, so that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a crazy reach.
Make some noise for Austin, everyone.
How we doing, everybody? I've followed Ben dozens of times. He's never gotten a fucking pop like that before. Holy shit, that's impressive. Wow. I didn't think
My
anything
only
would have been
regret.
as awkward
That's
as
not.
my
Hold on,
dad.
that's not that bad. Like I
And
remember
exactly. If you're a comic, you know that's what comics do. They riff on each other. So
Yeah,
That,
that really
wasn't
wasn't
even like a dig. That was a compliment.
Exactly. People, dude, there's a whole Reddit thread where people are tearing me apart for that. And then there's comments that are like, hey, that's what comics do to each other, right?
absolutely. And Tony afterwards is like, you spent 40% of your set.
Yeah,
That was like
it was
a
3
sentence.
seconds.
That was
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. You know what though? In fairness to like people on Reddit, I remember afterwards, like hearing Tony say that convinced me that it was longer in my head. Because
Yep.
when we were about to play that, I was like, "Here's Austin spending 40 minutes on this Ben guy."
Yeah, and it was 3 seconds, and then I get right into my set, and I definitely dug myself in a hole because the audience obviously just loved him, and they don't know that I know him.
Shut up! Bring Ben
So-
back.
Yeah, exactly.
Handed me my first condom. That
Oh, sorry.
experience
Go,
is nothing
HACKRIDE,
compared.
just go back a little bit. I mean, whoever you are, Casey.
just a rando producing your show, you know,
Wow.
whatever.
I didn't think any.
Hold on, let me go back a little further.
Yeah, I just don't want to step on his joke.
That's the start of it.
How we doing, everybody? I've followed Ben dozens of times. He's never gotten a fucking pop like that before. Holy shit, that's impressive. Wow. I didn't think anything would ever be as awkward as when my dad handed me my first condom. That experience is nothing compared to what happened the other day. I was over at my friend's house. As I was leaving, he handed me boner pills, Blue Chews to be exact. He said, "These Blue Chews are the greatest thing ever. They always work." I said, "Yeah, why do you think I'm leaving? You're hard right now."
Here's my only other criticism. That's a good joke. Here's my only other criticism. It's not. I shouldn't say criticism. The thing I felt for when I was listening to this, as a guy who likes Austin, I know I would do the same thing. But it's very. You can tell how nervous you are, and just that you're kind of rushing the joke.
Oh yeah,
Where you're like,
yeah.
Fuck it. Two Jews walking to a bar, they buy the place.
Exactly.
All right? Tony, can you interview me now?
Timing, my timing is like rushed right there. That's what some of my friends are saying. They're
Well,
like, we can tell you were nervous.
You also had to do a 40-yard dash beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. I just fucking sprinted across the street.
So the moth says because the light was on. All right, let's.
Yeah.
Hello, Matt Rife. P.S.
Also-
a cunt is in the sink.
Do you have a doghouse?
Hey, I
Also-
laughed.
Also,
I would
terrible
be-
abuse. I'm sorry, Austin. No,
I
that's
would
horrible.
I would be so the same way. Like I've done like Kirk's live shows, which aren't my shows, and also an environment where like the people know me, and the only way I'm gonna get booed is if like I really fuck up. Like
Yeah.
so it's kind of on me, and even then my knees are trembling.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't know who this guy was that was behind the stage, if he's a comic or just like a dude that's like his job is to do this, but he like was calming me down and like, "You're gonna crush, man. This is your
Oh, that's
first
good.
time. You're gonna have
I like that.
like they have a guy behind there that's like
Comedy
for
fluffer.
sure- Yeah, he for sure was fluffing me up, and then I hear Ben fucking erupt the crowd, and I'm like, "What am I gonna do?" Like,
Shit.
Did
Yeah.
Matt Rife
Yeah.
ask for your number? Because he looks like he's like wants to tongue your ass right now.
I know, dude. I love it.
Yeah,
That's my
it
boy
really
now.
does.
I've never
Yeah.
looked at anybody like that.
Well, but we'll get to Rife. He's enjoying this. Tony, not
That's
so
what
much.
I mean. Tony doesn't even listen. That's what I think. Tony didn't even hear my set. He gave me a little joke book, and I got like 4 or 5 good laughs. So
You know what's weird?
in a minute.
I don't know from where Tony's sitting if he can hear the. There's sometimes where he's like, "What did you say?" or he mishears something and repeats it incorrectly.
Well, when he's not even listening, I mean, look at
I was
he's
gonna
clearly not
say-
listening to me.
Matt Rife's in love. Tony's
Yeah.
not even looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony's like, "You said something about Ben." Like, all right, Tony.
we liked him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many of these, but it does seem like it's set up to fail. Like it's funnier when you fail. That's the show. Watch all the so
It
going
can
up
be.
against. Yeah,
But to
going
be
up
honest, like
against-
sometimes bombing, like you can bomb in the minute and then do well in the interview also. which-
Okay.
And that what gets people the big book and what people love. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tell you when those commercials say if your erection lasts longer than 4 hours, you got to go see a doctor. Great. Now I have to go fuck him too.
See, the
catches-
crowd doesn't want to like me, but
But he makes.
I'm laughing.
I have a friend who's a doctor, and every year he offers me free prostate exams, and I should take him up on it, but he's an optometrist. No wonder I keep getting pink eye. I'm from the Midwest, so I'm from a small blue-collar family. My mom was especially blue-collar, even a little redneck, only because my dad couldn't stop choking her.
Hey-o.
Oh.
I've seen that on your Instagram. That's my favorite joke of yours.
Thank you. Yeah, I love the video where my dad's in the clip. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Austin Ingels. Give yourselves a hand.
Austin Ingels.
You could just
Alright.
tell.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, he's done."
Caddy
No, but-
Tony is.
Genuinely, you did very well. It just sucks that that fucking kid rapped in front of you.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I Monday morning quarterback. I shouldn't have addressed it probably, but I was in the moment and nervous as shit. So
Yeah,
I don't
no,
regret it now. Yeah.
I do think that's what you should have done, obviously. But
Mhm.
now you know for next time. But let's get into the interview here. What do we have
Yeah,
next?
exactly.
It's called Caddy Tony.
Yeah, so this is where me and Craig have talked about this before, where we've played clips. I don't know why Tony acts this way. I know, like, he's a pro wrestling fan, and there's definitely like a pro wrestling element to the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if he feels he has to be antagonistic at times or what it is, but like diehard Kill Tony fans like this? Or they're like, oh, he's being a little bitch right now. That's my favorite part of the show. This is so unnecessary how he talks to Austin here. I think it's crazy.
He's maybe like one day. You know how Arsenio had like that ooh 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 thing when he would walk out.
Yeah.
Maybe just one day he'll walk out and the whole crowd will just be like,
rear. Meow.
You say give yourself a hand?
I might have. I'm a little fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in it right now. This is your first
Yeah,
set
but
on
that's
the
also
show.
what
Oh,
you
yeah.
say after a set is like, give yourselves a hand. Like, if the crowd's good, Tony, you must not know that.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point. Because you know what? He tricked me again because I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Austin fucked up. You wouldn't say
I
give
didn't
me a
fuck up.
hand.
Yeah, no.
you-
When
Come
you're
on,
done
guys,
with your
clap
set,
for me.
You give the crowd, you say thank you. Give yourselves a hand.
well,
Like,
it does
this is like-
work. Jeb Bush famously made that work. To be fair,
Please clap. Yeah.
This is
I got
this
it.
is-
I thought it was
this is-
great.
To me, this is a
Yeah.
young, budding Kevin Brennan. Like you can see the anger in its bud form. He just hates
Well,
everyone. Hates
he's
everyone.
got
Oh,
some
you're
success,
breathing.
I
You're
would
breathing
say.
right.
I think he's just a smidge past Kevin Brennan. I
Wait,
don't know.
Kevin didn't do Madison Square Garden? Oh, okay.
Not recently. No.
he
I
might
gotta
have driven
fix
by
my
it
notes
once,
then.
twice.
Yeah, he yelled at it while fucking Dice was playing there in the
On his
90s.
bicycle. He rode past on his bicycle, yelled at it, screamed at Dice.
Welcome. How long you been doing stand-up?
About 3 years.
3 years. Where at?
Yep. Illinois originally, then I moved here like 2 months ago.
You say Illinois, which would imply that it's not exactly Chicago.
Peoria, Illinois.
Ooh,
Like
Peoria,
45
the
minutes.
birthplace of both
Richard
Sam
Pryor.
Kinison and Richard Pryor.
Yep.
Amazing. And then there's you.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
the
no
mighty
one's ever
fall-
used that joke before.
Kind of funny though. That's not my issue yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Just low hanging though. Low hanging.
Low hanging.
Colin.
The
I set
lowest.
myself up for that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I actually just came up with it. You didn't really set yourself up. I asked you a question.
Oh,
You
What
gave
an
me the information.
unbelievable! Why is he doing that?
Yeah.
He's being a total cunt right now.
Hold on, go
What
back.
the
Go back
fuck?
just a little bit. Why is he behaving like that?
I agree. He's behaving badly.
You
the la-
trashed your friend.
The last time we did
Yeah.
this, I don't know if you remember, Craig,
Yeah.
but we played that set where the guy he made a joke that intimated that he was kind of like a Reddit troll,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
so Tony was completely nasty to him.
Oh yeah.
Which I was like, it seemed like a wild overreaction, but at least I was like, this is a guy who privately is shitting on Tony and now trying to kiss his ass. I got at least why Tony was
You-
like, fuck this guy.
You can connect the dots that don't exist in that
Right.
one.
Austin was a guy who, like, at worst, his crime was he was mildly nervous when he got up there and then recovered.
He pointed out his buddy did real well.
Yeah.
I don't know why Tony is being like this, and he does it all the time. It wasn't just when Austin. Like, this is. In fact, there was someone after Austin where he was kind of like this. I thought of grabbing the clip, but I didn't. But this is a constant thing with him. Let's hear it again.
Richard Pryor.
Yep.
Amazing. And then there's you. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
I set myself up for that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I actually just came up with it. You didn't really set yourself up. I asked you a question. You gave me the information. Then I made that joke.
That's like if you said, "What did Joe Rogan write that for you? You fucking hack, you
Yeah.
leech." Like that's how Tony should have responded.
Dude, Matt
If
Rife
you
Dude,
was
is
when-
nasty to him.
When
Rife
he
is
said that to
pissed.
me, I had like an out of body experience. It was fucking like, oh
You
no.
could see it. You could see it. You
Yeah.
just looked up like fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any inclination at all just to double down on him and just go back at him hard? Or was
No,
it just
dude, I was
you
so
can't?
beside myself. It
Okay.
was it was weird, man.
Do you have, just in general, not even regards to this comment, but you're friends with Alomine, who's been on the
Yeah.
show before,
Mhm.
who he made a splash because he was shitting on Donnell Rawlings.
Mhm.
David Lucas pretty much established himself on the show for like roasting Tony. Is there any part of you, whether this interaction happens or not, is there any part of you that's like, maybe I should, call Tony gay or something?
No, that didn't go through my head 1 second, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't think of like
Yeah.
shitting on either, or
That's
like Matt
also
Rife. Some
low-hanging
people fuck
fruit
with the
too, you
guests
know what I mean?
too.
Yeah.
You called Tony fruit. You called him a low hanging fruit. That's good.
Nice.
Dude, but even when Tony just said that, Matt Rife got pissed like he was dating you. Like this is bizarre.
Austin's going to be opening for Matt Rife soon enough.
Hey,
He's like
I
a
won't be
wizard
mad
that
about
need. You
I'll get
needed
you guys
all the
tickets.
light. You're getting a tiny bit of light. Let me get that light back. I need it all. It was a very weird reaction to have because people were enjoying what you said. They laughed. And he's like, no, people. That laugh was wrong. Let me tell you why
Yeah.
you should have laughed at me. That should be my laugh. I should own that. That's very bizarre for a comedian to need to own every laugh. Relax.
It
You're in
is.
Madison Square. Guard it, long face horse motherfucker.
This is my show. How many times has he said that? How many
Well,
times
and
have
It's
you
a
heard him say
jealousy
that?
thing.
And
I
then
would have just pulled out
remember-
my phone and said, hey, there's a guy 3 feet from me on Grindr right here that looks like a horse.
Well,
Boom! Got him!
He does the opposite sometimes too. Where I remember Shane calling him out for this, where he'll introduce like Cam Patterson, say, and he's like, "This guy is one of the greatest rising stars in comedy. He's going to be selling out arenas soon. He's the greatest man to ever grab a microphone." Like he builds them up, and the opposite, where it's like, why are you doing that way?
Yeah.
It's at one extreme or the other, which again might be that pro wrestling instinct that he has or something.
Yeah, the way he bills, like, and I like those guys. They're super nice when you see them around, but a lot of times they'll come into the room that we're at and bomb their dick off and then leave. And it's like, I don't think this little Kill Tony experiment is going how you want it to where you think you can just walk into the room and people know you, so they're going to like you. No, you have to earn people's, laugh still,
For sure.
regardless
Yeah.
of being a Kill Tony regular, but they don't
Yeah.
understand that yet. Because Tony's got him on such a pedestal, especially in this town. You know what I mean? It's such a big part of this city.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Let's
he's
finish
playing
up,
favorites, you're saying?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Well, that's clear.
There's no
Yeah.
crying in comedy. Of course there's favorites. What do you think? This
Yeah.
whole thing is Joe Rogan's friend.
That's what Tyra Ferr's been bitching about for months.
Yes. Austin exists because Rogan hated LA. Congratulations, Austin. You got a comedy scene.
Let's hear him wrap up this little angry rant. that-
Yeah.
Yes, and then we
Oh,
go
Hook?
into a great Rife
You said,
land.
yeah, nothing up. I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is he's very angry for some reason, but Matt Rife starts sucking your dick here, and this is where I said, and I think
Yes.
Craig's with me on this.
Yes.
I'm starting to like Matt Rife, like not his comedy necessarily, but like as a guy, I think I like Matt Rife.
I said the same thing. I'm like, I'm not a fan of his comedy per se, but I'm a Matt Rife fan for life now.
And he
the
has
dude is
he has
awesome.
what I think is a great line here. Like I don't think you got enough credit for your domestic violence joke, and I don't think Matt Rife gets enough credit here either. So let's hear it.
Matt, what do you think about this young buck?
Oh, dude, you're funny, man. The redneck joke was fucking hilarious. I haven't
Thank you,
heard a
brother.
good, original white trash abuse joke in a very long time.
Appreciate that.
You
Thank
should
you.
start your Netflix special with one.
Like, that's a great line
Nice.
because
I knew
Rife
he
got
was
so much shit.
Yeah, he was referring to his. That's why I gave him the point. But Tony, whatever.
Unfortunately, no one probably knew what he was talking about.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah,
how that's
the Kill
possible.
Tony.
It's such a big thing.
Well, the ladies probably knew. He did get so much crap. That was when he put up the special ed helmets, right? Is it for that?
In
Yep.
response, yes.
Yeah,
he put it
yeah,
after.
yeah.
Which was very funny response.
So here's my take on Matt Rife, and we'll talk about Rife a little later too, because he was involved in the Tom Segura podcast that we're going to play a little bit of. But here's my take on Matt Rife: is like he's 28. He for a comic his age, I think he's funny. My only real not even problem, the puzzling thing about Matt Rife is when you look at how famous he is based on his material. You're like, why is this
Yeah.
one of the most famous comics in the world? The material doesn't match that. But I look at him as like a 28-year-old comic and say, like, hey, so if he keeps working at it, he'll probably get there. I think he's going to be hindered by the fact of just how famous he is, because he's no longer going to live a normal life, as we'll hear with Tom Segura. But he's just not living a regular life anymore, which it just hurts comedy naturally. But as a guy where he is in his career, I know he talks about how long he's been doing it, everything, but he's a very young comic. So for that, I look at Matt Rife and say he's not bad. He's fine. It's more the response to him where because even the one you always point out, Craig, his crowd work, when he just looks at a guy with a fucking, eyebrow ring or whatever the fuck, and he goes, gay, and that gets a huge laugh, and it has 10 million views on TikTok.
It was actually glittery makeup. But yes.
That's not a bad, if you were in that
Gay?
club, I would laugh at that if I was in the club. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? that's kind of a funny off the cuff thing to just throw out there. My thing is more, why is this the most viral clip on TikTok or Instagram? That's what doesn't add up to me, which isn't Matt Rife's fault. It's society's fault.
People get offended too easily. If you're gonna get offended by a joke, then just get out of the audience.
Yeah.
You know, just
Tell
leave.
him.
Yeah, well, really, virtually nothing to do with what we're talking about.
But true nonetheless.
Yeah,
Also,
absolutely true. Powerful stuff.
I like that Electra just comes in with a powerful quote that is off topic, but it's totally true anytime.
She's my favorite.
But hey, let me ask you this, Austin. You've been a comedian for 3 years. You've been in the mix. You've been on Kill Tony. You've also heard Blind Mike now for a bunch. We all think Blind Mike would be an amazing stand-up. What are your thoughts as no? Just quicker answer because he doesn't like this. We'll get out and get in and get out quick. Will he be good? Yes or no?
Dedicate the next 20 minutes to it.
Yeah, if he dedicates it like he dedicates, everything else, you got to be.
No,
fucking...
that's not the answer I was looking
thanks.
for.
Anyways.
Dude, that's not enthusiastic enough to waste my
That's
time
just
on
the
that.
truth,
You
man.
just cost me points, asshole. All right.
Anyway,
Appreciate that.
You
Thank
should
you.
start your Netflix special with one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. Maybe the
Best
crowd didn't
possible
get it, but that's a very funny joke.
Yes, yes, it is.
advice.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I lied. Right when your Netflix special came out, I was like headlining in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Austin
and,
tells
I
a
said you were
useless
gonna be
story
there,
here.
and, like,
I just want to point out I'm a headliner.
This is essentially,
It makes
hey, Matt
sense.
Rife, you exist, and also I exist as a human being.
I like
Just making eye contact with Rife at this point.
girls came and they're like, "Where's Matt?" And
Well, I did use Matt Rife's
only
name,
6.
I fell
yeah.
off.
which was a lie. Only 2 came.
Up next, hobbies. Mike?
So I want to. We'll get to hear how. I want to know if this is Austin a little bit being like, let me appeal to what I think the mothership will respond to. Let's hear about what Austin does.
Kettlebells?
Oh, Jesus.
Other than
Hit a bunch
comedy,
of
do you have any
mics.
hobbies or anything like that? I mean, even Ben with the teeth rap.
Have I what? Sorry, I didn't hear
Ben
that.
with the teeth had the ability to rap.
Oh yeah, I've heard his sets before. It's not usually doesn't go like that pop.
You
I heard it was
mentioned that
insane.
you took literally 15% of your set to mention that Ben never does that good. You really threw him under the
I feel
back
good
of
about
the
it.
bus there. Aww.
Fuck
Matt
yeah.
Rife's fuming.
Okay. So
Don't
there
make
must
fun
be
of my
some
guy.
Yeah.
hobby.
I
of
love
yours.
smoking weed. I love taking mushrooms. Just the.
What
classic.
else do you love, Austin? Doing DMT and UFC fighting?
Yeah, I mean,
DMT.
like I said, I was too nervous to fucking come up with a good answer.
One
I
thing he
love
doesn't like
DMT.
is posters.
3-hour podcasts.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
making my friend Jamie pull up Wikipedia articles about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's another one too, because one of my buddies goes, "We got to get you some hobbies, man." I'm like, "That's not what I do all the time," but
Yeah,
Whatever.
I play pool with Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, and Ari Shafir sometimes.
Love,
That was an
love
that
Fear
was an-
Factor.
I thought that was an Alpha Brain advertisement on the screen behind you. You asshole.
What do you like to do when you do those things?
Back home there was like a lot of trails and shit. I haven't found them here yet. I'm sure there's a bunch in Austin and
There
Florida.
are a
but
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
trails here
yeah.
in Austin, indeed.
Yeah.
It's a fully developed
Fuck yeah.
place.
So yeah,
He's
I haven't
such a
traveled a
cunt.
lot outside
He
of
really
6th
is. I don't know why he's being
Yeah.
like
Street,
I-
So
Okay.
He's jealous.
Yeah. You're just hopping around Pflugerville?
absolutely.
Yep. Going to the old Long John Silvers or whatever out there?
I don't know what he's talking about there.
Where's
There's
the best
no.
hiking trail for him?
What's
Look at
Pflugerville?
him coming to your defense.
Yeah,
I know.
Matt's coming
Rife
to
is
the- I
like,
love it.
hey.
Correct.
Tony. Well, Tony, what the fuck do you do all day?
Tony, he's looking for a trail. Tell him.
Check out around Austin.
There's the Green Belt, I do believe it's called, that I've been
Oh, the
to
one Hans is
before.
gonna hang himself.
I'm still firing off good lines.
He's
Yeah.
funny.
So it's called wrap up.
Meanwhile, Austin's just thinking, what else do I do, Tony? I vote for RFK.
Yeah, he goes, "I know who you're voting for." I'm like, what the fuck? When did it
I
turn
think
to
he's
that?
trying to say you seem like a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
Which
that's what I was trying to I have no idea. Like Tony, you are too, right?
Austin, show us your fanny pack.
No.
Tony's like, yeah, how did Ben do? And you're like, he murdered.
Yeah. Austin's like, I rail against cancel culture, and I talk about what a killer Joey Diaz is.
7-minute N-word compilation of me on the internet.
Did you have anything, Austin? Like, I'm
Craig,
curious
you don't
about
need to
this
bring
too.
your things in here.
Do people think like did you think of shit like if I do get called up, I want to mention this, like something you just didn't get to?
I mean, one of the I kind of fluffed it at the end when I said like I saw you 3 years ago to the day, because that's true. The day I got pulled was like the 3-year
we'll get
anniversary.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I messed up that story because like I went with my friends, we took a bunch of mushrooms, and like we went into Vulcan. Yeah. We went into Vulcan and like I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to do comedy. And that was that was one of my realizations among, 5 other things. But I just
Are you
fucked that
only
story up at
3
the end.
years in?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. For some reason I assumed you'd been doing it for longer.
Yeah, he started at Dick Doherty's comedy stuff.
I don't
He's
know
a
what
junior.
the fuck that is.
One more year, you graduate, big guy.
I think I'm out of Rogan references.
All right, yeah, no, let's hear him. I think you might mention that story in the wrap up here.
Yeah, shitty.
I love it, Austin.
Yeah, like 3 years ago, I saw you guys, you and Red Bane at Vulcan. You guys are doing a secret show, so it's pretty crazy. It's like 3 years to the day, so pretty wild.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
I've been doing comedy for 17 years. It could have said anything.
He's
the date?
such an asshole.
Well,
Yes.
I'll defend Tony here though, because it's like
It was very
Austin
unexceptional, yeah.
Austin's just saying, "Hey, you are in the world, and so am I. We're both people. We're human beings."
Yeah.
We exist. Look at
Yeah, obviously the mushroom story is a little more interesting than what I said, but not much more.
But Austin, you
Not
seem
much
very
more.
calm, cool, and collected at this point, and
Yes.
I'm impressed.
I don't know. I kind of came into it like at the end of this, like when he throws me the little book is when I realized, oh, okay, the interview did not go great.
I mean, I will say,
Going
like,
fine.
I can tell you're a little nervous. You don't seem like crazy nervous. Like you're doing fine. It's not, you know what I mean? Like you did fine.
I was so nervous though. Like
I can
Hell
imagine.
yeah. Yeah.
Thank God you didn't walk out to Shane as Trump and then do that.
Oh my God. dude.
Hey, give it up for Shane Gillis, huh, gang?
Yeah. Yeah, I probably would have got
Shane-
ripped apart.
Hey, Shane, I saw you 7 years ago in July on a Tuesday. Does that mean anything? Do I get a point for
For
that?
17
okay,
years.
take it
it could've-
easy, all right?
I like to protect my parks too.
Hey,
That's one of my hobbies.
Yeah, like, that's one of my hobbies, watching your 4-hour podcast.
Marked the date?
I mean, you got Snapchat memories and shit, right? They just pop
No,
up.
you're 30. You should.
Rife is killing.
If Matt Rife wasn't famous, he would have Snapchat. That fuck boy. I love you, man. I'm just kidding.
he
You're my boyfriend.
definitely has Snapchat.
No, he was just pissed. He was just pissed at you for having one because he wants
For
one of
having one.
himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he did take Dalia's audience, so he probably doesn't want anything to do with Snapchat.
That's right.
They all learned-
No.
Nice.
They all learned from
That
that
was
face
good, Mike.
Dalia made on that one show when Snapchat was discovered. You can screenshot that? What?
Wait, you can screenshot Snapchat?
No.
God damn it.
You're supposed to have Facebook memories, dude.
God damn it.
Well, welcome to the show, Austin.
Appreciate
You're
you,
out
brother.
doing the hustle in Austin tonight. Here's a little joke book. Take that.
Thank you.
And
Nice
sign
catch.
up
That
again.
was
We'll
smooth.
see you again.
Appreciate you.
Austin
Thank you.
Yeah, I was
Ingels,
pissed.
ladies and
Is
That
the
was
joke
smooth.
book is the joke book a thing? What's the joke book?
He gives
The
him-
little-
That's what they give.
gives him-
If you do
he
okay,
gives
that's what they give you.
Big joke books to people that he likes,
Yeah.
and little joke books to like people that.
Is that a metaphor for
sometimes
something?
bomb. I don't know.
No, you mentioned being a fan of his, so that's usually what the little joke book is for. If he doesn't like you, but you're a fan of him.
I will say
Something
though, he said at the end. I don't even know if that's true because he said at the end. He said like, "Keep signing up" or
He
something.
said, "Keep
like that.
signing up."
Yeah,
You
to-
guit missed it. Matt daps me up right here when I'm walking out. You
I
guys
think we
missed
should
that.
watch it again.
Excuse me. Let's watch it
Hustle
again.
in
Yeah.
Austin tonight. Here's a little joke
I figured
book.
Craig
Take
might have wanted to
that
see
and,
that.
sign up again. We'll see you again.
Appreciate you.
Austin
Thank you, Tony.
Ingels, ladies.
Oh, I didn't. It's
He's like, "You want to get out of here?" Or
Did he smell his hand after?
Yeah, I went and I didn't
That's
wash
hot.
it since.
No,
That's
Mike, you
hot.
can't see, but he dapped him.
thank you.
Yeah, he dapped me up.
You're welcome. Congratulations, by the way, Austin. That was awesome.
Thank you.
No, I'm busting your balls, obviously, but that's very good. And of course, I would have been much more. I would have panicked. Tony, I don't know. I can't. Can you? You can call me blind. I don't see well. Make fun of me.
Thanks for having me, Big J Okerson. Fuck.
I mean, that is like I was making fun of Austin for pulling out the Rogan things. That's literally my
Shit.
Barstool interview. If you go watch that, is me. And I'm very thankful that they didn't release the first part of that interview because it's me bombing. And then I said to Dave Portnoy, like, by the way, I'm blind, so if you want to make fun of that.
HACKRIDE, is there a place to go watch that interview?
Well, don't
Yeah,
worry
actually, we watched it
Who?
on
No, I know.
Gearbox, and we got a strike. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Barstool. Thanks.
Yeah, Barstool.
I'm glad they did. My friends at Barstool, keeping the internet safe.
Hey, Mike, can we read some chats while Austin here? I see Austin in some of the super chat names, so we want to,
sure. Yeah.
All right, yeah, Electra, you're up.
Oh, box eating dad. Yeah. $1.99.
Nice.
Craig is as useless as
Wow.
pants on his ex-wife.
That is unnecessary.
Everyone's coming in hot today. God
I
damn.
didn't like that.
It's gonna get worse.
Punk to der 123 DKK 20 whatever. Let's rally. All rally towards the goal.
That's true. We will get to Steel Toe right after we say goodbye to Austin. So make sure we hit that goal, gang.
And KJ 1999, yeah, finally able to catch you live. Other than who are these socials? So excited.
It is exciting,
so
isn't it? So much different seeing me live
And
as
she's
opposed
hot too. She's hot.
Yeah,
Well,
we got a
yes,
pretty
sure.
girl.
I'm sure it's a real
Brewster
lady.
4.99. Craig's a liar. The way Rife is looking at Austin is the way Craig looks at kids at the playground. You scamp you, Craigophile.
I'm a guest. We can't do that today.
Yeah, guys, don't treat our
Yes.
guests like that.
Be nice.
That's not a defense that'll ever work for you, Craig.
Still, be nice. Dang Lizard to
Just a guess.
Euro. New show on Catalano TV is Kill Joey.
No. Joey, don't do that. A couple more here, Mike.
Adam Davies, 5 pounds. That snake Carl decided now is the time to do an emergency show. Something about coming out of the closet. Don't worry, Mike. We're staying here.
Is he actually doing an emergency show?
Is he really?
I saw something about that.
What an
you
asshole.
guys wouldn't believe this.
I'm checking now.
No,
On a
Stuttering God said
Tuesday.
something bad about him, and so emergency
well,
show.
then-
Emergency show.
That's
I
never
found-
happened.
I found Stuttering John tremendously boring lately.
Yeah,
Like, genuinely.
It was in the title today. It was in the intro. Get your
Did you
shit
see
together,
David
John.
Collins? Did you see David Collins interviewed Luis or whatever Gomez?
Luis J. Gomez? I haven't seen it.
Luis
He
J.
told me he was
Gomez,
going to. I haven't seen it yet.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
What? Yeah, that's
Is
awesome.
it?
Yep.
Did he post it anywhere?
I think he might have posted on his Instagram, and I'm sure it's on his YouTube too. If he posted on Instagram,
Oh, you know what? Actually, find that before we say goodbye to Austin.
Okay.
Casey, see if you can find
I-
that.
Yeah, one more here.
Okay, Austin Ingels, we're putting you on the spot here. From Dang
Okay.
Lizard to Euro. We got a real comedian in here? Tell us a joke.
you just heard 3 of my jokes on Kill Tony. I mean,
But now you need to tell us a new one.
No, he doesn't.
Go to blindmike.net for everything Blind Mike. Look at me. I did it. Kragers did it.